All right, so welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Okay, so today, things are going to get a little weird, a little out there.
Out there how?
Well, we're going to be talking about a cryptocurrency you might not have heard of, Omikami.
Oh, okay, I've heard of that one.
Yep.
Kind of like Dogecoin, right? With the Shiba Inu dog.
Yeah, exactly. But this isn't your typical deep dive into a coin's tech or price history.
So what are we diving into then?
We're diving into some, say, unique analysis of an Economist magazine cover.
The Economist. What are we talking, like hidden messages and secret societies now?
Well, not quite secret societies, but yeah, kind of hidden messages. Our source for this is a crypto investor who's also a member of the Omikami community.
Okay, makes sense so far. Crypto investor, Omikami community, The Economist. What's the missing link?
This investor also happens to be a professional astrologer.
Whoa, okay, now that's a twist I wasn't expecting.
Right, so they've taken this Economist cover, which honestly we don't even know the exact date of, and they've done a whole breakdown of the symbolism, tying it to Omikami's future.
I'm definitely intrigued now. So what does this cover actually show?
Well, one of the main images is a Tokyo fish market, all bustling with activity during the Christmas and New Year's holidays.
Fish market holidays. Okay, I'm not seeing the Omikami connection yet.
All right, well, buckle up. According to our analyst, the fish represent cryptocurrency profits, and the fisherman, that's Ryoshi, the creator of Omikami, bringing this new token to the market.
Wait, Ryoshi, as in the same Ryoshi behind Shiba Inu.
That's what they're claiming.
Huh. Well, that does add another layer to this whole thing.
And to make it even more interesting, the analyst says the market itself represents Uniswap.
Uniswap, the decentralized exchange. I mean, that's where a lot of crypto trading happens, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
Right. And they even point to Ryoshi's social media posts from around Christmas 2023, which, coincidentally or not, feature a fisherman.
Okay, that's kind of spooky. So where does Omikami itself fit into all this?
Well, there's this Shiba Inu on the cover, tangled up in garlands. They say that's Omikami.
Tangled in garlands, like Christmas decorations.
Yeah, and the analyst interprets that as a symbol of the market forces holding Omikami back, both buying and selling, making it invisible for now.
I mean, it's an interesting take, but couldn't the garlands just be, part of the whole holiday theme of the cover?
That's definitely a valid point. It's all about how much weight you want to give to the analyst's interpretations.
True, true. So what else is on this cover?
Let's see, there's a man in orange holding a camera, but he's not even looking at the Shiba Inu.
Probably too busy looking at Bitcoin if we're going with the color symbolism.
Exactly. That's what our analyst thinks, too. He represents the international media, all focused on other cryptos, ignoring Omikami for now.
Ignoring it for now, huh? So they're saying Omikami's going to have its moment in the spotlight eventually.
Oh, they're not just saying it, they're practically guaranteeing it. See that barrel of explosives right next to the Shiba Inu? They interpret that as, well, an explosion of media attention coming soon.
Wow, bold prediction. But I thought you said this analyst was an astrologer too, right? Where's the astrology angle in all this?
Good point. So there's a prominent Saturn on the cover. And I'll admit, my astrology knowledge is a bit rusty. But I know Saturn is often associated with, like, limitations, boundaries, beginnings and endings, earthly matters, things like that.
Right, right. I'm starting to see where this is going. So they're connecting Saturn to the idea that Omikami is facing constraints right now, like those garlands. But there's also the potential for a major breakthrough.
You got it. And they go even further. They bring up an Economist cover from way back in 1988, which also featured Saturn.
1988? That's like almost 40 years ago.
I know, right? But apparently that cover used Saturn to symbolize a new financial system replacing fiat currency.
Okay, so they're drawing a parallel between that old cover and the current state of cryptocurrency.
Oh. Yeah, and it gets even more interesting. They connect this old cover to the rise of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Those digital versions of a country's currency that central banks control. Exactly. And because Omikami is positioned on the opposite side of the cover from Saturn, they believe it represents decentralization, the opposite of CBDCs.
So they're suggesting Omikami could be a key player in a decentralized financial future, one that's not controlled by governments. That's a pretty big claim, even if we buy into the whole Saturn symbolism thing.
It is, and it gets even wilder from there.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that Ryoshi, the creator of Omikami, is actually pulling strings behind the scenes to make all this happen.
Whoa, hold on. We're going full conspiracy theory now.
Well, they do present some evidence to support this claim. But before we get into that, I'm curious, what do you think so far? Do you see any merit in the analysts' interpretations, or does it all feel a bit too far-fetched?
Honestly, I'm on the fence. It's definitely thought-provoking, and the symbolism is pretty compelling, even if I don't necessarily buy into every single detail. But I gotta say, I'm definitely hooked. What kind of proof do they offer for this whole Ryoshi masterminding everything theory?
That's what we're going to dig into next. Get ready, because things are about to get even more interesting.
It's easy to just dismiss this as, one person reading way too much into things.
Right.
But I think this brings up a really interesting point about, well, symbolism, hidden meanings, maybe even like manipulation in finance.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about branding and marketing.
Right.
Companies spent a fortune trying to influence our choices with, like, carefully crafted images and messages.
Yeah.
So is it that crazy to think that people in finance or media might be using similar tactics?
Not crazy at all. And even if we don't buy into everything this analyst is saying, it does make you wonder if there's more to these images than meets the eye.
Like, we're missing a whole layer of communication.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, financial markets are driven by psychology and perception just as much as by hard data.
True. Think about how much Elon Musk's tweets have moved the price of Dogecoin.
Oh, for sure. Memes and symbolism can definitely have a real impact.
Speaking of Elon Musk, this is where the analysts' theory takes another turn.
Oh.
They claim that Ryoshi is pulling strings behind the scenes, orchestrating events to benefit Omikami.
Hold on. Orchestrating events. Like how?
Well, they point to a few things they say are more than just coincidence.
Like what?
For example, Elon Musk used that red pill meme not long after Ryoshi did a poll about the same thing.
Okay.
And then there's the fact that Musk has called himself Nobody and Naughtius Maximus.
Naughtius Maximus.
Yeah, and the analyst thinks that echoes Omikami's logo dog, Ultimus.
Wait a minute. Are they suggesting that Elon Musk is secretly working with the creator of Omikami?
Well, they don't say it outright, but
That seems like a bit of a stretch, don't you think?
it does seem like a big leap, yeah. But the analyst has other connections they say are part of this, quote, system.
Go on.
So they mentioned that both Ryoshi and Binance, the big crypto exchange,
Yeah.
they've both used binary code in their communication.
Okay.
And then their Christmas promotions happen really close together.
So they're seeing a pattern of coordinated action, potentially orchestrated by Ryoshi. I don't know.
It is definitely intriguing. Makes you think about the influence some of these figures have in the crypto space.
Yeah, but remember, this analyst is a crypto investor themselves and an Omikami community member. They've definitely got a vested interest in seeing this coin succeed.
That's a good point. Always got to consider the source. But even if we take everything with a grain of salt, this whole thing has been a fascinating look at how symbolism and hidden messages might be used in finance.
Absolutely. And it really highlights how important it is to be informed and to think critically, especially these days when we're just bombarded with information from all sides.
You got to be able to figure out what's genuine, what's manipulation, and what's just noise.
Exactly.
Well, this exploration of the Economist cover, Omikami, and all this financial symbolism has definitely given us a lot to think about. What about you listening? Did any of the analysts' interpretations resonate with you? Or do you think it's all a bit too speculative?
Yeah, head over to our social media and let us know your thoughts.
We'd love to hear your take. After all, a deep dive is always more enriching when we can all share our perspectives.